After 10 years of marriage, you start to believe you've witnessed every facet of love. The comfort, the distance, the arguments that never fully end, and those small, quiet moments that keep you connected despite everything. I genuinely thought Anna and I had explored all that two people could possibly feel. That belief held firm until a seemingly ordinary Tuesday evening, half a plate of pasta cooling between us, when she looked up and said something that would upend everything. I think we should try being polyamorous. First, I laughed outright. But then I studied her expression. Calm, serious, almost rehearsed, and realized she meant every word. What do you mean? I asked, fork frozen midair. You heard me, she replied, her voice steady to the point of maddening precision. I think it's time we open our relationship, see other people. My heart started hammering. I didn't know whether to laugh, scream, or just walk out. Polyamory from Anna, the same woman who once gave me the silent treatment for chatting too long with a waitress. The irony was almost suffocating. Anger surged, yet beneath it was something unexpected. A strange, quiet, guilty relief. Because Anna didn't realize her best friend Rachel had already occupied my thoughts for months. Rachel had always been there, birthdays, dinners, lazy weekends. She and Anna were practically sisters. But while Anna was precise, controlling, and always on top of things, Rachel was the opposite. Easygoing, warm, attentive. She noticed details about me Anna hadn't in years. We had never crossed any lines, but there was an unspoken tension between us, a pull neither dared acknowledge. So when Anna made her proposal, I didn't panic. I set my fork down, inhaled, and said, okay. Then I added, almost casually, Rachel's already on board. The room went silent, heavy, and suffocating. For the first time, Anna's confident facade faltered. What do you mean, Rachel? She asked, voice trembling slightly. Exactly what it sounds like, I said, reclining in my chair. You wanted to open things up. I'm just following your lead. I watched the color drain from her face. I'd never seen Anna at a loss for words in 10 years. But there she sat, wide-eyed, mouth slightly open, struggling to comprehend a world suddenly turned upside down. This isn't what I meant, she finally barked, slamming her glass down. I meant we could explore together. Not you running off with my best friend. I let out a quiet, bitter laugh. You opened the door, Anna. You just didn't expect me to be the first to walk through. And just like that, the balance shifted. For years, I had been the silent one, the peacemaker, the one apologizing just to end an argument. Now she was the one grasping, trying to reclaim control. The following days were thick with tension and unspoken words. She tried to erase that night, to act as if it never happened. But once words are spoken, they can't be taken back. Meanwhile, Rachel and I kept talking. What began as casual coffees evolved into dinners, and those dinners into late nights full of quiet confessions. Rachel admitted she had cared for me for years, but had buried her feelings out of loyalty to Anna. Now there was no reason to hide. The line Anna had drawn between us had vanished. When Rachel and I finally crossed it, it wasn't vengeance. It was tender, genuine, a connection I hadn't felt in years. I was seen, desired. Of course, Anna found out. She always does. The confrontation was a storm. Shouting, tears, accusations. Every time she tried to cast me as the villain, I reminded her, you wanted an open marriage. You can't be angry that I walked through the door you unlocked. In the end, we fell apart. Perhaps the cracks had been there long before that dinner. Perhaps her words merely gave me the courage to stop pretending. But I was no longer the man who begged for love or tried to hold together what was already broken. I had discovered warmth, patience, understanding, things I hadn't felt in years. When Anna said, let's try polyamory, she thought she was granting herself freedom. In truth, she gave it to me. And when I told her, Rachel had already said yes, I wasn't bluffing. That was the moment everything shifted. Not for her, but for me.